Hi guys, this is Mr. Assassin and I'm here today to do Rikudou Chapter 2 review. I really like this manga. The more I read about it, the more it seems like it's going. I get the impression that this is going to be a good manga, and I don't know. I just have a good feeling about it. So let's just start with this chapter. We left off last chapter, chapter 1, where Riku was about to be transferred to the police because he killed the Yakuza guy. So we see him in a police interview room, and they're interviewing him about the murder. He confesses to it. Riku confesses and he tells them that he bashed this guy's skull in with the ashtray, and when he's asked if he could run away, he says no, and basically if I didn't kill him, he would have killed me. And the police officers believe him, of course, because there were other kids' bodies inside the apartment, but Riku believes he's going to jail. Fortunately for him, he's not. He will be sent to an orphanage, and there's this lady. I don't know. I don't think she's a police officer. I think she's actually from child protection, and she. She's taking Riku into her custody, and she actually says something that could have double meaning, but we'll see in the later chapters. She tells Riku, well, allow me to take care of your heart, and her name is Ehara. That could simply mean let me heal you and tend to your wounds, your psychological wounds, or it could mean something else. And even the fact that I'm believing this, that I'm always thinking like this, is a bad habit from manga, that I always find double meaning in other people's words. And but enough about that. And Riku wants to see his mother. Unfortunately, he cannot see his mother because his mother, I think, he has been placed in an institution, rehab, but not the good kind of rehab. We see her strapped down to a bed. She cannot move her arms, and so basically she's being forced to go through what's it called, when you cannot take drugs and your whole body hurts and you think it's better to kill yourself than relapse. I'm not sure. Anyway, that thing. So when they leave the hospital, because they were in a hospital, so they could tend to Riku's wounds. Apparently, this guy, just a moment, Tokoroza, which in a way has become the tutor of Riku, is waiting for him to so he can deliver a get well gift. And of course the police jump Tokoroza, but Riku tells them, well, I know this person, he's an acquaintance of mine, please let me talk to him. So they talk. Tokoroza actually asks Riku about the murder, and Riku thanks him that he taught him to punch that way, because that's why he was able to kill the Yakuza guy. And Tokoroza gets all riled up because he's an accomplice to murder right now, because he taught him how to fight. He taught Riku how to fight, so it's basically his fault that the other guy died. But so he gets mad and he tells Riku, do not use any blunt objects the next time. The fists are there so you can use them to yeah, he tells him your fists are there to let you hit back, which basically means that he could get out of that stage just with his fist. He probably didn't have to kill that guy, but in my opinion it's better that he did. And he tells him, Tokoroza tells Riku to punch him in the hand. While he does that, he also notices that Riku is left-handed, and Riku punches him in the hand, and we can see Tokoroza's face right there. We can see that he recognizes the power within Riku, but but he doesn't tell Riku. He tells him, well, that ain't good. Practice every day 10,000 times for the rest of your life. So basically he should punch 10,000 times each day for the rest of his life, and maybe you'll get better. So he doesn't want to give the boy hopes. He actually tells him to train a lot more, even though he knows that the kid is good, that he has power. But he does tell him, just for the courage you had in order to punch, you deserve my praise. So because he had the courage to fight back, he is praised by Tokoroza. And then they part ways. Riku asks about his mother, the girl from the orphanage, from the child protection, I suppose, tells him he cannot meet his mother now, but they will meet her in due time when she gets better. Then they get in the car and they drive to the orphanage. On the way there, she notices wounds on Riku's body, so she hugs him. And I do believe that this is the first feeling that Riku had about protection in a way. You know, he never had a mother figure in his life, so nobody there to hug him. We can see that his father always beat him and his mother was not present. So this actually is the first hug, and he feels a warmth from that hug and a sentiment of protection. So he starts crying, and he doesn't recognize the feeling, what it was. We then jump to Tokoroza, which is looking at his hand, and his hand is still twitching after all this time from the power of the hit that Riku delivered to him. And so this gives you an idea about the power that this kid has. And then we jump to two other guys who obviously are from Yakuza and want to take revenge on Riku for killing their friend. Just a moment. Phone call. I always get phone calls in the most unrealistic times. I mean, whenever I do some work, my phone rings every time. When I have free time, nobody calls. But that's just the way life is. Okay, so let me rewind a little bit back. These two Yakuza guys want to take revenge on Riku because he killed their partner, and also the police confiscated the drugs. So we can expect some more trouble up ahead. Also, Riku opened his gift that he got from Tokoroza, and there are a bunch of, not a bunch, 2 boxing gloves. And basically that's the chapter 2. I'm going to come with the review for chapter 3. But until then, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day.
Any rational society would either kill me or put me to some use.